Hello viewers, I'm Simon Preston and this is Reggae Boys Commentary, and this is the match review of Jamaica's match against Venezuela, which ended in a 1-0 victory to Venezuela in the Copa America Centenario at Soldier Field in Chicago, Illinois. Well, a goal in the opening 20 minutes through Martinez gave Venezuela that all-important 3 points that they needed, and in Jamaica's case that means that we're still off the mark. We are still on note and as it relates to goals scored, points, so it really is a roadblock, you could say, for Jamaica, as it means that they're going to need to pick up some points against Mexico and El Salvador for any chance of getting into the quarterfinals of the tournament. Just going to run some of the statistics of the match that we had today. Jamaica had 10 shots on goal while Venezuela had 11 shots on goal. As it relates to passes, Jamaica had 131 passes. That's very few for a 90-minute game. You want to really aim for the 300 mark, 350 mark throughout the 90 minutes of the game. So there wasn't much passing from a Jamaican standpoint. Venezuela, on the other hand, they had 300 exact passes, and there were 39 passes that were 39 times that we lost the ball when we had possession as well. So looking at our passing accuracy, it was 77%, and you want it to be in the 80%, 85% margin for us to be a dominant force in the game and really be a thorn in Venezuela's defense. And their passing accuracy was 88. They got under our skin a bit more than we did, despite the prominent start that we had in the opening 12 minutes of the match, where we saw Clayton Donaldson getting a shot on goal, but Danny Hernandez really keeping the ball out of his way and clearing the danger for Venezuela. And then we saw a minute later where Javon Watson headed the ball onto the crossbar, and it grew more frustration there and then. But during that period of time, the momentum sort of switched to Venezuela, where they got on the counter-attack as well, and they got the ball nicely onto the left-hand side. They penetrated the wide areas very well during the counter, so there was a bit of an issue as it relates to communication in the part for Jamaica. You could say there were some occasions where there wasn't really any verbal, but that's exceptionally what you need in international football. Well, all forms of football, you must say, we need to communicate better in order to get the passes that we need and get into more penetrative areas for shots on goal. So their first goal came through Martinez, the player who plays in Serie A for Venezuela, where Andre Blake came out of his goal line and the ball went straight through his legs from a shot from Martinez. You could say that from the angle that Martinez was, what Blake should have done is not necessarily come off his goal line, but more so change his position and shift to his right hand side, to the right post, because it was going to be an acute angle for Martinez. So it would have forced him to cut back onto his right foot, which would have allowed the Jamaican defenders to steal the ball from him or force him to take a shot with his left foot, and from that angle you'd feel that Andre Blake would take care of that with incredible ease. Close to the half hour mark of the midway point of the first half, in the 22nd minute, Rudolph Austin got a red card for Jamaica. Now, this is the second time that he has received a red card for Jamaica in a tournament, where he picked up a red card in the 2009 edition of the CONCACAF Gold Cup against Costa Rica, where we lost 1-0 in that encounter. He picked up a red card here today, and there's a lot of question marks about this challenge as well, because he got the ball first and his foot landed on the Venezuelan player's foot. So what are your thoughts, Reggae Boys fans? Did you see this? Do you think that the red card was a bit harsh? In my view, I think it was very harsh in that aspect. A red card offense? No, not at all, not at all. He could see that his eyes and his foot was towards the ball. It's just the way that his foot landed on that occasion. So I think that's very harsh, and it is, from this incident, what that means is that Rudolph Austin will miss Jamaica's game against Mexico in Pasadena, California. We'll have to wait and see from CONCACAF if it will be a 1-match or a 2-match ban. If it's going to be a 2-match ban, then he would also miss the game in Santa Clara against Uruguay. So we're just going to have to wait and see from CONCACAF's standpoint if it's a 1-match or a 2-match ban when it comes to red cards. So sometimes they vary the sorts of challenges to the certain amount of games and times banned. So we'll have to wait and see where that is concerned for that encounter. Adrian Mariappa, to me, was one of Jamaica's best players on the park. You could see him, his facial expressions, how he wanted Jamaica to push so hard for that equaliser and even go up ahead, where he was getting more involved in the attacking thrust. He came up for corner kicks, he jumped higher over players that were over 6 feet tall, and even with the throw-ins from the right hand side as well in the second half, you could see the long throws that he had. I sort of said to myself, it almost mirrors what Rory Delap did for Stoke City in 2008, 2009, 2010. During that period of time, he got a lot of body behind it, and the ball went into difficult areas for Venezuela to deal with, but a few challenges here and there with Wes Morgan there and Clayton Donaldson a bit too strong on the Venezuelan players, meant a free kick in the opposite direction. Another incident I would like to touch in this encounter was the one surrounding Joby McAnuff and the number 4 defender for Venezuela, where it was a 2-on-1 situation, well, 1-on-1 you could say, on that left hand side in the second half, where Joby McAnuff only had to beat the defender and then he would just have the goalkeeper. Yes, sort of an acute angle you could say, but it was clear that from that area that once he had beaten that player, that he would have a shot on goal. And it was a challenge made by Oswaldo Vizcarrando made on that occasion, where he fouled Joby McAnuff, but McAnuff fell inside the box. But you could see that the foul that was committed outside the box, but a lot of Jamaican players were surrounding the referee saying that should have been a penalty, especially Michael Hector was saying that. So what are your thoughts, Reggae Boys fans? Let me know in the comments below if you think it should have been a penalty or if the free kick was a right decision on the day for that occasion. And Michael Hector as well, the start of the second half as well, he had a shot and then hit the post, quite unfortunate there. So all in all, what I feel about it is that Jamaica had their chances to score goals in this game, but we did not make use of it, and I feel that if we had communicated just a bit better, then it would have opened up more opportunities for us to find the back of net. We had a number of opportunities from dangerous areas as well, where Giles Barnes was whipping the ball into the box, but sometimes the wide areas where he whipped the ball, there was no player there. So I would have loved to see our Jamaican players spread out differently instead of everyone clogging in the middle, because when you do spread out, then it offers a bit of variety where that is concerned. But it is disappointing, because advancing to the quarterfinals now is going to be much more difficult, looking at the caliber of teams we have to go up against. Mexico, CONCACAF Gold Cup champions, the team that beat us in the CONCACAF Gold Cup final, and Uruguay, the most successful team in Copa America history. They won the Copa America in 2011, and who knows if Luis Suarez will be back for that encounter. Earlier reports stated that he would miss the group stages, but he's back training with the team, and it's possible that he would be available for the Jamaica match. So it's very, very unfortunate for this occasion. Also for Jamaica, Adrian Mariappa got a yellow card as well in this encounter. So these players have to be careful going to the next, because if Adrian Mariappa, for an example, gets a yellow card against Mexico, then he would miss the game against Uruguay, and that means we're going to have a new captain, because he has the captain's armband. Wes Morgan didn't start for Jamaica. Reggae Boys fans, what do you think? Do you think that he should have started this encounter? Because from he came on, you could feel that his presence was there, despite the chances that Venezuela had in this encounter. Quite unfortunate, the results. It's left a bitter taste in our mouth, especially after the performance that we had against Chile, in Viña del Mar, where we beat them 2-1, the third best team in the world at the time. And the result we had today, it's not the result that we wanted, and it's not the result that we needed by any stretch of the imagination. So it means that we're going to have to work extremely hard. And another statistic I'll share with you is the players that had the shots for Jamaica. Giles Barnes, he had 3 shots on goal, Javon Watson 2, Joby McAnuff had 1, Jermaine Taylor had 1, Adrian Mariappa had 1, Michael Hector also had 1 for Jamaica. So those are players that had shots on goal. Clayton Donaldson also had a shot on goal for Jamaica. So that is the review for the Jamaica versus Venezuela match. Let me know in the comments below your thoughts. Does Jamaica stand a chance to get out of group stages now? Should we just play these last two games just to prepare for the matches against Panama and Haiti in the World Cup qualifiers in September? Do you think that we will come out of the group stage? Can we get 2 wins? Is that possible? Because we're going to California, which has a pro-Latin American support versus Caribbean support. Whereas in Chicago, in the match, especially today, Jamaicans were there out in their numbers. There is not quite a large Jamaican diaspora in California, but we do wish that the Jamaican diaspora in the United States can go and support the team and be able to watch the games both in Santa Clara and Pasadena, despite the huge Latin American support there, especially the Mexicans there who live there as well and work there. So this is Reggae Boys Commentary. I'm Simon Preston, and don't forget as well to subscribe. During this week as well, I'll do a preview as well for the Mexico encounter, provide some statistics on them, some moods in the camp, as well as that. Is there any players injuries as well? Because as you know, Wes Morgan came on for Kemar Lawrence. Is Kemar Lawrence going to miss the game against Mexico or Uruguay? We'll have to wait and see. Is Jermaine Taylor okay because he picked up a knock at the end closing minutes of the match? Lee Williamson, will he get to start next match? These are some other questions that I'll consider and provide the answers to you soon. So it's quite a lot for Jamaica. Binns also played his second game for Jamaica as well, where he came on for Javon Watson. Do you think that Alan Otti should be given an opportunity? Deva Orgil, should he get his opportunity as well? Damala Solomon in defence? Let me know your thoughts, Reggae Boys fans, about this, and stay tuned for more content. And the final thing that I would like to say to you all before signing out is that I'd like to say a big thank you once again for helping me reach 300 subscribers now. It's really stepping up the pace since my trip to Chile, and I'm really happy for this opportunity, and I would like you all to continue to stay subscribed and also to share to family, friends, and continue to help me so that I can get more subscribers. I'm pushing for that 1,000 target first, hopefully by the end of the Copa America, or a little after the Copa America tournament, a few weeks after the Copa America tournament, to reach that 1,000 target. I really like you to assist me to reach that. Remember, this is the only Reggae Boys vlog on the internet, and I'll continue to produce new videos every single day with content that is credible, reliable, and informative. Those are my guarantees towards you, the viewers. So please stay tuned for more content and exclusive details as well. So Simon Preston, signing out.